We've got another beer from Aldi supermarket, another Oktoberfest beer, and this time it's from Paulaner. They are, to some extent, the key Oktoberfest brewery, really. So let's crack it open and see what it's going to be like. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. We're going back to Germany, back to the Pilsners, away from the hazy IPAs. This is a Paulaner. It's Paulaner. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, Paulaner. It's an Oktoberfest beer. As I said very sort of clumsily in my intro, I'm sure Paulaner are the sort of, I always think that they're almost like the sort of top end, the sponsor almost of Oktoberfest in Munich. This is obviously brewed for the Oktoberfest. It's a 6%, not much else. It just says it's brewed in accordance with Bavarian purity law of 1516. It's a specialty beer. Ingredients: water, malty barley, hops. So where the one I did before was a white beer, basically, a wheat beer, sorry. This, I think, is more a Pilsner or a lager or some sort of lager, basically. I mean, it doesn't actually say what type of lager it is. It's an Oktoberfest beer. So let's crack it open and see if we can unravel it. To say, I don't know much about these sort of beers. I don't drink much in the way of German lager. I really should go and see my Paulaner Oktoberfest, because he obviously is the expert, because he's got half of his shop is full of this stuff. But as I said, I'm expecting this to be more of a traditional sort of Pilsner, certainly beer in a glass. We've got So, as you can see, it's very much a light coloured beer. It's very much a lager-like beer. We've literally got no head now. It's disappeared very, very quickly. You can still see the carbonation moving up the glass. So let's see what the aroma's like. A very lager, not really much to say about it, really. Quite malty. Let's drink it. Cheers, everyone. It's a German Pilsner. Not really much I can say about it. There's a little bit of maltiness. I don't drink enough lager these days to really sort of analyse it properly. I want to sort of get there. It looks a little bit more healthier now, I would say. We're literally half a finger of head, but they don't stick around for long. So another taste. It's smooth. There's a lot of maltiness. There's a much more malty, biscuity sort of flavour than you'd get with your sort of communal lagers like your Madries and your Peronis, and I always mention those two. But, anything else, your Stellas and your Fosters, Carling, if you drink any of that rubbish. There's a lot more maltiness and a backbone, I suppose you should say, to this. But where the other one was, I thought it was a little more interesting because it was a wheat beer, a bit more cloudy. I think it was a bit smoother and softer as well. This has got a fair bit of carbonation to it, as you would expect from a lager. I'm disappointed that it just looks really it looks a bit bad. It doesn't look great in the glass. I know it's this glass, because I haven't used it for a while, so maybe it's just, a bit dirty or whatever. But pouring it out, it's a lager, that's what it is. It's that light amber colour. I suppose you could say it was slightly yellowy, ambery, sort of bronzy. I'm not quite sure, because to describe, I'm so out of touch with describing lagers. I don't even think what the colour is there. Yellowy, but it's obviously quite clear. You can see my face through there. Lots of bubbles still going up. It's not overly fizzy. It is fizzy. It's a lager, a Pilsner. But if you think of like some of your cheap beers, cheap lagers, or just general lagers, sometimes the flavour is masked because they just make them so fizzy. But it has a little bit of carbonation in there, but there's a little more flavour, more backbone, and more maltiness, really, just to keep it going. But you know what's go really well with a lager? And I think that's some sort of salty snack. And as last time when I had the beer flavoured crisps, I've got these other crisps which I think are a bit more relevant. So these are bratwurst sausage flavour crinkle cut crisps, very sort of German. I'm sure they're going to go well with a lager. See what the aroma's like. Well, it smells very much like sausage, which is a good start. They look like a crinkle cut crisp. They're quite hard. I was told in the last video I shouldn't talk with my mouth full, but otherwise there's going to be this big pause. They're quite hard and crispy like the last ones were. Almost to a point where you think, they're not quite fresh enough. Flavour though, loads of flavour. Very well characterised. You know, you get some crisps that say they're a flavour and they're, you know, they're not really that flavour. But these taste like sausage. And then there's like a real sort of mustardy kick to them. The sausage flavour is smoky. There's herbiness coming in. And then there's, I'm trying to work what bratwurst, it's bratwurst is a type of sausage, isn't it? It's not, well, it's definitely a mustardy, yeah, more sort of, almost like an English mustard, sort of hotness, pepperiness, really. Definitely better than the German Pilsner ones, but there's a lot of flavour to these. But they're still too hard. I like a nice bit of crispness, but at the same time, they're a little bit heavy going on the chew, really, which you shouldn't really get with a crisp. But I think they're pretty good. I think this is a standard German lager, really. You know, again, marketing. I mean, obviously it's Paulaner, which is, you know, they do lots of different types of obviously beers there, and they're a very big. I think they're, you know, they're one of the oldest breweries in the world, let alone in Germany. But there's nothing really that characterises this beer, makes it special, elevates it. It's just a very good German beer. But there's nothing special. It's just maltiness, lagery. That's it. So, let me know if you've had any of these other, or is there any other German Oktoberfest beer? We're pretty much at the end. I mean, obviously, Aldi still got them in, but Oktoberfest has really ended last week. But let me know if you've had any good Oktoberfest beers. Not necessarily from, like, your cheap supermarkets. I know Lidl obviously did quite a lot of them as well. But have you bought any from bottle shops, or you bought any direct? Let me know what you think. What's the best one to have? I've quite enjoyed these couple of lagers that we've had, or, you know, non-craft beers. A bit different, but I'm still going to stick to those hazy IPAs because they still do it for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, no scores for this one. I couldn't even imagine how to score this because I just don't drink enough lager. But give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think are the best Oktoberfest or German beers generally. You know, what's the ones, if I'm going to try some German beers, let me know which ones I should try, you know. I'm really interested, you know, the different types, you know, because I'm trying to get my head around the difference between Vienna lagers and Hells and all the rest of the different types. But let me know in the comments what German beers that I should be trying that are a little bit more different and got a little bit more characteristic of flavour to them than just a German lager, basically. Let me know in the comments. And until the next one, you know what you do. Drink good beer and keep on rocking.